Align and Awaken with Mother Earth Rising podcast. Let's rise and heal together with me, Pippa, your Mother Earth healer. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. I hope you've been enjoying my episodes every week. I have certainly been so happy interviewing amazing souls, and I love to talk. So this is why a podcast is the best thing for me. So I know a lot of my listeners have been reaching out to me. They have been telling me how much they love my podcast, how much they've loved my messages, they've loved the interviews, and they've all, been released at the exact right moment. And that's the beauty of life, guys. There is no accidents in this universe. Think about how many times you've asked for signs, you've asked for an intervention, and it's happened. There's plenty of them going on in my life at the moment. I have been so busy this week. I have been fully booked with my distant Reiki healing clients. From just booking in one client, a ripple effect has happened, and I've had the busiest few weeks of my life, and I'm so grateful for it. And I've just been able to really practice my gifts. And as a lot of you have been following my journey for a while now, last year was a massive transformational year for me. And a lot of you know, Chris and I, my partner, we're actually separated at the moment. He's in New Zealand, I'm in the UK. We miss each other so much, and thank goodness for technology and things that are just helping us to keep it in contact and playing games and until this pandemic kind of loosens up a little bit, and then we can reunite. So I wanted to chat to you today about trigger work. Now, I've been chatting to some lovely ladies. I've got some amazing clients who I'm actually doing one-to-one coaching with, and we really focus on the toxic ego and the triggers in their daily life. So Chris and I have been doing a couple of lives over the last couple of weeks regarding triggers on different areas of our life. If anyone would like to see them, I will put my group in the show notes and you can join to catch the replays. But we've just been talking about our triggers in different areas, and they resonate with so many people because a lot of our triggers are very similar. But how we react to those triggers will depend on how we are, our behaviors, our beliefs, our traits, and how we've been brought up in our environment. So I wanted to take this opportunity this week to talk about trigger work, because it is a very, very delicate thing to do, and we have to have a lot of love and compassion for ourselves when we're doing this work, because it's working with our inner child. And I was studying my inner child diploma last year, and I learned a lot about it. And with me being so much of a Disney fanatic and very got that childlike wonder within me still, I find it really easy to connect with people and bring out that joyful wonder of being a child again in the most best way possible for them. So with my clients at the moment, we're actually working on the triggers and what really affects them on a daily life. So for example, a lot of you who are going about your day, you're having such an amazing day, you woke up, the sun's shining, you're having the best morning, and then you get to work and a colleague say something that you don't like, and then that just ruins your day. It ruins your week, and you just go into this frenzy of anxiety, and then everything else starts to creep in. You're questioning life, you're questioning your relationships, you're questioning your job, and it just gets you into that real low vibe energy. Now, it's the key word with trigger work is awareness. Because if we can catch ourselves being triggered, we can then start to work on that, every single time. So a lot of my clients are starting to become aware of that. They're actually, instead of, reacting to an argument or a comment, they're actually responding in a different way. Now, I want to kind of talk a bit more about that without going into too much detail, because this is something that I really work one-on-one with clients with. And if any of you are out there who are resonating with this, I do offer 15-minute ego calls to chat with me about your triggers, and we can go together working, which would be amazing. So I'll put the link to that in my show notes too. But ultimately, every single trigger that comes up for you is it's a lesson. It's for you to learn from that. So I get my clients to kind of check out what triggers they have on a daily basis, a weekly basis. And I get them to just every single time, what would you do different? And how can you respond differently? Because what's happening is when you're triggered, your ego is telling you a story. And whatever that story is, it could be something like you're comparing yourself to someone on social media, and your ego is telling you a story that you're not good enough and this person's better than you, they earn more money than you, they're prettier than you. And then I just get my clients to actually ask themselves, well, do I really believe that? And the straightaway answer is no. So this is a subconscious belief that our ego has taught us to believe, to make our ego feel better. And one thing I really want people to know and understand is when you're in a low vibrational energy because someone has triggered you, and say you're in an argument with a friend or a partner, whoever it is, just think of a scenario where someone said something mean to you, and instead of responding in the same manner in the low vibrational energy, when you come away from that and don't react to that, you're actually serving both of you. Because when you drop yourself into that ego state, you're actually feeding each other's ego. And that's the issue. So say you've got a partner who's shouting and screaming, and you're in the room, and you have you can drop straight into that ego and just be like, I hate you and you've done this. But if you actually stop and go, this is my trigger, I'm going to walk away from this situation because this is actually going to serve both of us, it is massive. And that's what I want to get across to people, is that when we're actually doing that and we're responding with grace and love, we're actually serving both parties. And that's the thing, the ego wants to be right. The ego separates us from, everyone else, when actually the ego is just there to protect us. The ego is there to protect our inner child. And once we become aware of our ego, it actually doesn't become the unconscious part. We start to just, it's not the ego anymore. And we start to build on it that way. And one of my big goals in life is to get to that stage where, I'm going about my day and nothing or no one affects my energy. That is probably a long way off, but I don't think I'm that far away, because the beauty of what I'm doing now is when I do get a bit of a trigger, which at the moment is very rare for me, I just really just go, yep, that triggered me. What was it? What was the lesson? What was it teaching me? What did my ego say? And it's resolved pretty quickly. So imagine, instead of I know this is probably more for women because we do sit on things a lot. Imagine you got triggered on a Monday and you're sat with that trigger for the whole week. Like I said earlier, we start to question everything. We question our life. We question our career. We question everything else. We imagine just nipping that in the bud that day. And that's where I come in a lot of the time, because with my coaching program, my one-to-one coaching, the thing that I brought into my coaching was trigger check-ins. And they literally are exactly what they say. In between our coaching calls every week, you have me, to talk to if you get triggered. So if you're getting triggered, you can say, Pip, oh my God, this happened today. I got triggered. How can I deal with it? And I have the tools and techniques to help you through that. And the way I teach is just having compassion for that other party, because as I said at the beginning of the podcast, there is no accidents in this world. Those people in your life who are triggering you were placed there by you. Your partners, your parents, your siblings, your friends, they were there to teach you something. And this is the beauty of it. So when we see it that way, we actually go, so now I know why she's triggering me, because she's teaching me something about myself. And everyone is just a mirror, everyone's just a mirror of what's something that you need to work on. And that's what we get to the bottom of. And that's where I really, I'm very much a coach that wants to get to know you and wants to get to know about you. And that's why I like having the trigger check-ins, because I'm getting to know my client as well. And that's the, the relationship that I build up with them. And I can have the compassion and send the love and really understand what's going on with them. So trigger work is very, very important, guys. It can be anything from working on the ego, naming the ego, talking about the ego stories, thought therapy. There is so many different tools and techniques that I go through. But again, it's the healing aspect too. A lot of my clients have had very traumatic childhoods, and this is why studying psychology is making me aware of a lot of that stuff that goes on, and how we have defense mechanisms to help us through what we're feeling. And imagine just setting yourself free of that And again, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. Like, this is something that is going to take commitment. And I'm so proud of my clients who have committed to changing that, because ultimately within a few weeks of working with me, their whole life has transformed. And I believe that when you say yes to that future version of you, everything around you starts to shift. It really does. My clients who are listening will back me up 100% with this. Since they said yes to working with me, their whole life has transformed. One has given part-time hours. She's just doing part-time hours now. Her business is booming after 2 weeks. My other client has actually gone from this darkness to light. She's been moved teams in her job, which have just been amazing because her old ones weren't nice to her. So she wanted to manifest a new set of work colleagues, and she did. And it just makes me so happy. It just makes me so happy. And one thing that's really been massive for me in the last 2 weeks is my Reiki healing. Now, a lot of people who are open to spirituality will know how powerful Reiki is. And in the last year, since I've been working on my gifts and my intuition, I've been doing distant Reiki healing. Now, some people have actually asked me, how does this work? You're not near me. And that is the beauty of it. We're all connected in this world. Whatever's necessary isn't available to our eyesight. Everything that is necessary to us right now isn't available with our eyesight. Everything is energy. So no matter where you are in the world, I am connected to you. Think of mine and Chris, our situation. We are twin flames and we wake each other up all the time when we're asleep. The amount of signs and synchronicities that we have on a daily basis. He's asleep and I will just think to myself, and it's 11:11 on my podcast just now. It's crazy. I will just think I'm going to wake him up. And he wakes up at 222, 333, 444. And that's how powerful energy is. Our souls are connected on so many other levels. And when we're connected to that 5D, that healing can happen. The clients I'm working with doing distant Reiki, they're just blown away after it because they're like, what happened? Oh my God, I felt this, I seen this. And then I channel and do the card readings, and they're the big thing at the end. I'm channeling a message for each of your chakras. And then I'm actually sending the messages on a voice note, with everything that I channeled, everything that I felt, all the messages. And the clients are like, whoa, what's just happened? And, that's just the beauty of me just standing in my truth. And I want people to know that you all have gifts. You all are here with a unique mission, a unique, gift to show to the world. And we're all intuitive. I truly believe we're all intuitive, but it's like a skill. Intuition is a skill, and it's like a muscle. We have to keep working on it. And that's what I've done for the whole of the year. And it really is working on that. And it's okay to be powerful. I used to tell myself, I can't be powerful. I don't want to be powerful. I don't want to be, because my ego was telling me that. But when I stand in my power and I'm helping the world and I'm healing people, that just goes to say what I believe in is when we heal ourselves, we heal the world. So imagine you helping yourself heal and you're healing others. The vibration of that planet is going to keep increasing. And every time I help someone heal, I always have this vision of the planet just raising up that little bit, like a click. It's like a clock. Every time someone heals, it just clicks and clicks and clicks. And that's what I feel all the time. So that's a really powerful thing to do. And with trigger work, guys, I am actually working on an ego journal at the moment. It's going to be like a PDF format, and I'm really excited about it. So this is for my clients, but I'm obviously going to be trying to get one done for, as like a freebie on my website. The other thing I wanted to mention was I've been recording quite a few meditations, and I've just had them sat on my computer in a file, send them to my clients. But now what I've done is I'm starting to put all of them onto my YouTube channel. So there's a few more of them on there right now. So if you head over to my YouTube channel, I'll put the link as well in my show notes. You can head over there and listen to some of my meditations. They are really, really powerful, and they're all in different. There's anxiety ones, there's relaxation ones, there's ascension ones. So I would really love it if you could listen to one and tag me in it and send me some feedback. But if this kind of topic, guys, ego work and trigger work, is resonating with you, I would really, really want you and be grateful if you could reach out to me and ask me questions, jump on a call with me. It's what I'm here for. It's my passion. And again, it's something that we have to work on. It's that shadow self, the false self. We have to work on it to become back into that true nature. We were born, with that real true essence, that really connected. And then what happens is, as we get older, things, we start believing certain things. People tell us we're not good enough. Our parents say we're rubbish at this, and it's just, this is not a natural process of having a human experience. But as we get to older, we want to work on that and reprogram that part of us. And it is a really amazing journey, an amazing process, and I want to be there to help a lot of you with it. So this is my passion, this is my purpose. And again, I'm the ego coach and Mother Earth healer, and I help women ditch their toxic ego to own their purpose and divinity. And the key thing there is about ditching the toxic ego. It's not about deleting the ego like that. We wouldn't do that. It's just about softening that ego, really softening that ego, and remembering that the ego isn't to be deleted, because it is there to protect us. Again, if we're like on a road and a bus is coming towards us, the ego is what says, get out of the way. So lastly, I just, for some of you who may be saying, what is the ego? What is it? Because I know a lot of people have asked me that, is, the ego is the I. It is how you see yourself. So it's a part of your mind that identifies with traits, beliefs, and habits. And your ego is the unconscious part of your mind. So, as I said, ego work really matters, because it's about returning to that true nature when you were born. So far our lives have been functioning in patterns, that you've constantly chosen, and they were chosen for you. So ego work is a new opportunity to choose. And you're softening the ego, not deleting it. So ego work, trigger work is for you if you're feeling emotionally drained, if you're feeling stuck, life doesn't feel joyful or purposeful, you feel like you're ready to let go of that black and white thinking, that closed-minded thinking. And if you find yourself in unfulfilling and toxic relationships, you find connecting with other people difficult, or you feel like something's missing, your beliefs are rigid and you'd like to grow more, or, as simple as you're ready to heal, guys. So if any of those things are kind of saying, yep, that's me, get in touch, guys, because this is what I love to do. I love it. And this is why I'm studying psychology, and I just can't wait to help more people with this. It really is my passion and my purpose. So I'm going to leave you there, and I'm just so proud of everybody. I'm just sending so much love to everybody. I've grown so much, and I'm growing every single day. And it's because of my listeners, my clients, my friends, my partner, my family, everyone around me. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you're exactly listening to this at the exactly right time. And that's what I love now. I've let go. I'm really just letting go. And remember, ego, as Wayne Dyer says, ego stands for edge God out, and we want to edge God in. So connecting more, and this is what I help you to do. So imagine living that life of freedom where you just don't have to worry about being triggered, sat in anxiety all the time. It is a long process, guys. It doesn't happen overnight, as I said, but once you make that commitment to yourself, you will see the changes, I promise you. So I'm looking forward to talking to some of you. So don't forget to book that free call in, and I will chat to some of you soon. Love and light, guys. Bye.